Recording.
It's episode 39, everybody! We are on episode 39!
I thought we were on episode 38 according to the thing I forgot to change.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, we got feedback there.
No,
but
well,
it's 39.
yeah, episode 39, guys.
It is episode 39.
I know, but does it say it on the stream?
Oh, I don't know.
Episode 39. It's
episode
everyone's.
39.
It's everyone's favorite Pokemon.
Hey, I changed it to 39.
Everyone's favorite Pokemon.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not
But
mine.
is it everyone's
Not mine.
favorite Pokemon with horrible internet images of them?
Oh, please don't look them up. Please don't.
Oh god.
Chris?
Just don't.
Rule
I
30,
didn't look it up.
no Rule 34?
Oh.
Not yet. I'm doing other stuff right now.
Like what?
Well, on this episode, we're gonna learn a lot of things.
I'm Matt,
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Josh.
and Doug's not here.
Doug is not here. He is at work.
He is.
Coheed and Cambria are playing at the Civic Theater tonight in
So
New
they are.
Orleans.
Yes.
And the fact, somehow our friend Steven is not there. It's strange. I would have thought that would have been.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's like his jam, son.
especially since his food truck's kind of out of commission.
Yeah, I saw that, huh?
Yeah.
Poor bona fide food truck.
Bonafide.
That's what I said.
You said bonafide.
Chris, no one likes to know it all.
Alright.
I mean, I do. Because it's you. How's
Wow.
modding going?
No one's showed up yet.
There's 2 people.
That's
They haven't
me.
said anything.
But
I don't know.
One's probably.
You don't know my life.
And one's
Anyway.
probably me.
Anyway,
Anyway, we should start rolling.
we've got stuff to do.
We got things to talk about.
I don't know what yet. How come I can't find it?
Why aren't you prepared?
I don't know.
Because he's professional.
This
Alright.
is how we roll.
Then Scott and I will talk while you guys figure things out.
I'm ready. Don't leave me
Well,
in.
Chris, start talking.
Okay, well,
Chris, start with the news that you do.
okay.
Give us that news that you do that you love.
Okay, let's talk about some news.
Let's do some comic book news.
What's news?
Supergirl and Arrow will probably be having a crossover on their own,
Yeah,
or part of
they
the
are.
4-part mega crossover.
No,
It's
they
unclear.
are.
Okay.
There's already been a picture of both of them together in costume.
Yes, that's what I'm referencing.
It's great.
Okay.
I saw that and I was like, man, the CW is just where dreams go to like become manifest.
And yet Constantine's not there.
Didn't it used to be where dreams go to die?
Used to, yeah.
Used to, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it was never really for us. Like the CW was always in its
Teen
heyday.
bopper
It's
time.
like preteen girl
Yeah.
soap opera stuff. But then, I mean, Smallville was that weird thing that didn't
Mid-
really gel with the rest of it.
Yeah.
So then Supernatural became its bread and butter. And
Then
now it's
Arrow, Flash,
Yeah.
now Supergirl, Days of whatever, Heroes of Tomorrow, whatever it's called. I don't like that one that much, so I don't pay attention.
I like it.
It's not for you, Scott.
It's not for me.
There's not a lot of things for you.
Actually, Josh, what's your favorite channel?
I actually don't watch television.
Then ask that question. What's your favorite television channel?
Does HBO count?
Is that
Is
a
it?
television channel?
Is it really considered a television channel and not a media thing?
It's a channel
It
on
would
TV.
be HBO.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's your favorite network? NBC, CBS, CW, Fox, or ABC?
HBO.
Pick one of the 5.
I don't like either of those. HBO.
Oh my god. You are not working with me on this one. Pick one
There's
of the 5.
nothing.
There's
CW.
Thank you, Scott. God.
I mean, honestly, my favorite thing is Netflix.
That's my favorite thing is
Yeah.
Hulu, so... Speaking of Netflix...
What about Chris? Chris, what is your favorite?
I guess it's the CW by default.
Oh.
Speaking of Netflix, though, this Friday, Marvel brings us new Luke Cage.
Yes.
And so we'll be able to talk about that next week. Chris can join in the conversation in a year and a half.
I have it penciled in for Marchish.
Oh wow.
That's
Do you
far
really?
in advance.
Is that what you
Wow.
have it penciled
I
in?
think sure.
I watched the trailer last night of it, and I'm very excited.
The Luke Cage trailer looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It just does. I showed it to my parents, and the only Marvel stuff they really get into is the Netflix series.
Yeah.
Because it's very dark and gritty, and it's not what
Real.
they normally associate with Marvel superhero like comic book stuff.
Yeah.
They would not enjoy the Flash or something like that. but they get real into the Netflix stuff.
There's realism in it because, like, the thing I really like about Daredevil is that you really fear for him. You feel like, oh, he's gonna die in this episode. I just don't know what's gonna happen. He's really gonna die in this episode. And then Jessica Jones, it was like the same thing. It's like, oh, she is gonna get so messed up.
Well, with Jessica Jones, it was more like how many people in her life will be ruined.
Yeah. Well,
You never really feared for her.
Well, her mental state you fear.
That's but it was more just every other person around her was going to die.
I think Luke
horrible
Cage is gonna probably be the same setup. Like the more he's helping, the more he's hurting.
It's in the past.
Yeah,
right?
it's a prequel. So we know it's going to end up with him owning a bar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But of course, there's going to be dark things because
So dark.
he's what he mentioned before, what was going on.
All I know
So-
is that at one point he's going to say "Sweet Christmas," and
Chris
that's
is
all I
going
care
to lose
about.
his shit.
I look forward to it next year when I lose my shit.
Chris, do you hope? Like, what's more important, Vibe breakdancing on the CW in season 3,
What?
or
No.
Luke Cage at one point wearing a tiara?
Oh, Vibe. Hands down.
Well, it kind of wears it. In the trailer, he's got the tiara on. It was like a, they kind of,
Right.
yeah, it's a power tiara.
He's going to call himself Power Man.
I hope.
Well, he is
That's
Power
what his
Man.
name is. Actually, no. No, what'll probably happen because they don't really go with like the. They'll probably go the Jessica Jones route where she doesn't want a superhero name. Someone else would be like, "You should call yourself Power Man," and he'll do something like, "Nah, I'm just Luke Cage."
That's not me, son.
Didn't they just kind of recently start calling him Power Man?
It's a different Power Man.
Yeah. There's a new Power Man
Yeah.
with a weird power set. He gets his abilities from the history of something of the thing he's on. It's very interesting. It's very
Like absorbing man.
no, like he's actually powered by the history of something,
Oh, interesting.
not its components.
Okay.
So there's a lot of history there. He gets stronger.
Yes.
That's stupid.
Like if he was fighting in New Orleans in the French Quarter, he would be super crazy strong.
That's
But at one point, he was held hostage on a
Really?
brand new
Really,
shield
Scott?
helicarrier.
That's where the line's drawn for you. He gets his power from history.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Over
Really?
everyone in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's
That's
the line.
it?
That's
Really?
the line.
Really?
Yep.
The thin red line.
That's
Really?
it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, what else you got, Chris? Or should we jump into a discussion topic and return?
Well, I mean, it's up to you. I've got more news items.
Let's get some
So
news
if you
out.
want to do anything else,
Let's
let me
just
know.
do the news load.
All right.
Yeah. Shoot your news load all over us, Chris.
Don't touch me. Seriously, don't touch me.
Hey, stop. Let him do his news.
Okay. The rumor has it that the Punisher is going to be showing up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at some point.
Oh.
That's
So,
interesting.
That is interesting. I don't think it's going to happen, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is everything it can get to make itself interesting. So,
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
more than that.
So, I have a question for you,
Ghost
there,
Rider's
Chris.
big.
What?
What show? All right. So the two big shows that
You
you're
are so
following out of-
ADD right now.
No, I'm trying to
No,
engage
no, no.
Chris for once.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no. I'm not ADD, but I have a thought about this
No,
other
he's
thing.
talking about me.
Yeah, I know. I'm making fun of you.
You know what? That's fine because I'm taking what you said and parlaying that into a new
Yes,
question.
continue. What's your question?
Out of the two shows that you've majorly fallen out of, Gotham and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Yeah.
what would they have to do to bring you back into viewership?
Well, see, I don't know because I'm not easily swayed because once I leave something, I don't ever come back usually.
Mm-hmm.
So probably next to nothing. Although that Ghost Rider thing is almost enough to tip it over to at least watch the premiere.
If it was the original Ghost Rider.
Actually, I saw the premiere, and it's actually a really cool take. Like, it was actually a good episode because it was an episode about Ghost Rider and less about the bullshit Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that no one likes.
Yeah.
It was
So-
it was Quake versus Ghost Rider.
Yeah. I mean, that's the closest thing, but, when I leave a show, I don't ever come back.
I guess I asked because Gotham did a really good 180 in season 2 and started becoming like a good show again.
Sure.
And season 3 has started off strong.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if there was a point where you would be like, you know what, okay, I'll give it another try.
Practically nothing.
Fair enough.
Bill Hader's going to be Alpha 5 in that new Power Rangers movie.
Yeah,
That
he
should
is.
be fun.
Oh, that's funny.
Aye.
Sam Neill is going to be in Thor Ragnarok.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Sam Neill, who was Alan Grant in Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Yeah, very
okay.
excited about that. I wonder who he's going
I'm
to be.
good for him doing something else in his life that isn't Jurassic
Who
Park.
else is in that movie that's kind of interesting as well?
Ooh, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, well... No, they had another...
Hemsworth's not. Wait, Hemsworth's in Power Rangers?
No, we
No,
were
in
talking about
Thor Ragnarok. There's another cast.
Yeah, Scott, finish that thought.
Yeah.
Hemsworth's not in Thor.
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
a conversation with mine.
Mark Ruffalo. He's in Thor.
Okay, who's in this movie? Idris Elba,
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo, Kate Blanchett, Anthony Hopkins,
Sure.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. That was it.
That's why Sam Neill is in this movie.
They getting back together. Again.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Fun fact: Thor finds dinosaurs
Fun fact, Thor finds a way to stop Ragnarok.
with dinosaurs.
Ragnarok finds a way.
Oh, if there's dinosaurs in this movie, it's an A+.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A+.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hulu's Runaways TV series has nabbed a writer from Iron Fist, so it inches ever closer to being
To
real.
becoming a real thing.
That's exciting.
I hope so.
Yes.
So bad.
Deathstroke is being teased for Arrow 100th episode, so that should be fun.
Yep. Did you see that picture? Just like he posted the picture of him and Supergirl, he posted a picture of him and Deathstroke just chilling on a park bench together.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Interesting.
I guess they're over Manu Bennett destroying that hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Bennett was the best part.
Yes, agreed. Cyborg is going to be in the Flash movie, so I guess it's like a team up movie. So
Buddy comedy.
I guess.
That'd be the best buddy comedy.
I hope it has comedy. We'll see.
Well,
has
so
to.
far the Flash in the trailer was funny, so I imagine they'll make that at least a semi-funny show.
And the final thing, Dennis Hopeless and Eduard Petrovich are going to be doing a WWE ongoing series starting in January, with backups by Ross Thibodeau and Rob Guillory. So that should be interesting.
Well, they also announced that Sam Humphries signed exclusively to DC, so that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Doctor Strange preview starts Saturday at Disneyland and Disney World.
Oh, cool.
Aw,
That's great.
I
We're not
just
going to be at
missed
either
it.
of those.
I just missed it. Well, why couldn't it be last week?
Well, because fuck you, that's why.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You know what's weird?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Sure.
Why?
In
But
the-
he is quite strange.
No, in the sense that even Ant-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy, I had some anticipation for.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, I feel nothing about. Like,
I am so excited about this.
maybe it's because the trailers have been pretty garbage.
I haven't even watched any of the trailers.
Just nothing about this movie gets me excited. I mean, of course I'm still going to see it, so
I'm
it's a moot
excited.
point, but...
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, Guardians of the Galaxy, where, like, if, let's say you saw just the titles
Right.
of it. No.
Oh yeah, Guardians of
Trailer.
the Galaxy was the one everyone thought would be their first flop, because
Yeah.
who the hell are the Guardians of the Galaxy?
I thought
Exactly.
We all did.
Yeah.
And then I've never been proven more wrong by a superhero.
And I've never been happier to be proven wrong.
Right.
So yeah, Doctor Strange is in a weird place where I don't know, because if it pulls it off, it's going to be the most interesting Marvel movie ever made.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
And
think? Well, here's the thing. Do you think it's gonna be like Thor? Because Thor was kind of like not lackluster.
I mean, Thor was the most inventive of the Marvel movies aside from Guardians. So, and it didn't really work because they didn't work on the villain like at all for either of them.
We talk about John Q. Thor 2 Dark World
Oh,
was a great
you
one.
mean Malekith?
Well, I think
No,
Doctor
but Scott
Strange.
has a good
I
point.
think Doctor Strange is going to be one of those movies where you go in, you're not really knowing what to expect, and you leave, and you're like, I want to go see that again,
Yeah,
and make sure I caught what I just watched.
We'll see.
I think
Be a good movie first.
I think what it's going to it's the new Marvel test. Guardians was a big test to see if we can give a shit about people no one knew about, and this one is like we're gonna make a character people kind of know, but we're gonna make it fucking weird,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we'll see if people are kind of interested.
I find it interesting that I am more excited for Thor Ragnarok, considering that Thor 1 and 2 are my bottom of the barrel Marvel movies. Yet I'm more excited for the third one in my least favorite Marvel run than I am Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no more news?
No.
Alright. Well, then let's jump into our first discussion topic.
Woo!
Feel free to
First!
chime in, Doug, and the rest of the viewers. So we are now 3 years deep into this generation of consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox One. You could claim Wii U, but I would laugh at you.
Yes,
The Wii U.
So I guess the question, our question is, what so far has been your game of the generation? Or at the very least, like the games that you feel best represent the PS4 and the Xbox One. And it technically, if you want, you can go PC as well, as long as it was released in the last 3 years. PC always kind of makes picking games of the generation difficult because there's no generation of PC.
Yeah, that's true.
So a game released since Christmas 2013 to now. Is yours Destiny, Josh?
No, mine for the...
Is The Witcher 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Witcher 3, The Witcher 3, The Witcher 3.
Says the guy that
Wow.
also liked Witcher 3.
Yeah,
People
but for the
listen.
PC, I'm going to say this, Gone Home.
Oh, wait, I like Gone Home.
Yeah, Gone Home. Because it's just...
Chris, you just...
Yeah, it's just like, I know, you get the PC Master Racers come in, it's like, I spent millions of dollars modding my computer to play Crisis 5!
My PC has been powered by a dead neutron star.
But then, like, Gone Home
Very
comes out, and
exclusive,
it's
only
so
on
simple, and the story is amazing, and the music is great, and just the dynamic of the house is it's just...
So you're an indie darling.
I love indie games.
Oh,
I really do.
Indie games have made up like 70% of my gaming time in the past, in this generation.
Yeah,
Much more so than last
it's
time.
like I've spent more money. Yeah,
Scott's like rubbing his temples.
yeah, I've
He
spent
can't
more
believe
money,
it.
more money on indie games than anything. The only other game I've spent money, like the amount of money I've spent on indie games is Destiny, and that's it. And I really enjoyed Destiny because like I have a good group of people that I play with.
So would Destiny be your secondary option?
I would say no. Destiny would be kind of like fourth on the list.
Okay, what would your Fallout The Witcher?
Well, Fallout The Witcher would be Second Son.
Oh, dude, Infamous was great.
Infamous Second Son would follow The Witcher.
Okay. What about you, Scott? I mean, you're mostly a shooter fan. Like that's
Is it Overwatch?
The majority you play.
I mean, Overwatch is pretty good for something that's like kind of really simple.
But that's what Blizzard
but
excels
it's,
at.
yeah, it's pretty straightforward. But for some reason, like so many people still play this game.
Yeah.
So, but also like the World of Warcraft expansion as well got more people to
Oh yeah,
join
Legion
in.
is huge.
So
They're calling it the best expansion they've ever made,
yeah.
which is weird.
Yeah, I think like Blizzard's like just doing pretty well.
I can't remember the last time Blizzard released a flop.
Yeah,
Like even its least popular
but they
game.
came out with two things in a year.
Right.
Oh, and if you want to count
That's
the
a-
expansion to Hearthstone too.
That's a
True.
blistering pace for them.
Yeah.
No,
It
seriously,
is.
like they're usually on Valve levels of game production.
Yeah.
And now they've released 3 things, and then if you count all the new updates to Heroes of the Storm, which is
Oh yeah, everyone forgets about Hero.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like even their least popular game,
Wait, was it
Still is-
Hearthstone that had the expansion?
Hearthstone did.
Okay.
But Heroes of the Storm keeps
Also,
getting
yeah.
They've added a bunch of Overwatch characters to Heroes of the Storm now. They just added Tracer. But like that's their point. Like Heroes of the Storm is one of those games no one really talks about, and it is still one of their most popular.
Movies.
Yeah, and it just makes them crazy money.
Scott, did you see the Overwatch pornography?
No,
Oversnatch?
Oversnatch?
I did
Wow.
not. But thank you for like
Itchy nose.
jumping on that.
No problem. I saw a
It's
couple
on
of
Kotaku.
clips. I saw a couple of clips today.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Kotaku reviewed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
They said it's good if you like Overwatch, but the sex is pretty uninspired. Which, alright.
Doug,
Yeah.
that Sunset Overdrive is my favorite game on the Xbox, bar none.
Well, you're not really picking for much.
That's not true. Maybe not for you, sir.
I mean, you did pick Witcher 3, which was out on everything.
Yeah.
But no, Sunset Overdrive is probably the best for me exclusive on the Xbox One. And then yeah, Shadow Mordor was like a sleeper hit.
It was a very nice surprise.
They came out
Yeah.
with over a year ago.
Oh yeah.
But it got old pretty quick.
No, the game was fun from start to finish. In fact, I'm kind of bummed that Batman didn't steal from their nemesis system.
They should have.
Well, maybe for Arkham, I don't know, Arkham Universe.
Whatever.
Arkham,
They're not going
they've annexed a whole section of the galaxy, and it's all Arkham.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, because it just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Green Lanterns would do that. They would be like, F that planet.
Yeah,
So,
but it's-
Scott, yours is Overwatch, or is it going to be Halo 5, or
No,
Nah.
I would say Overwatch.
Battlefield?
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Overwatch?
Overwatch.
What's your favorite non-first-person shooter?
Of this generation,
Mhm.
I haven't really played much of anything. Well, it came out probably like before, but I played Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, that
that
doesn't
didn't
count.
count. So
The Wolf Among
Wow,
Us.
so you really are pretty much an exclusive first-person
no, I
shooter
just haven't
guy.
played much.
He's very busy.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
Busy.
It is the Phantom Pain, the Metal Gear Solid the 5th.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
I find that exceedingly interesting.
Well, it's the game that I played the most, that I had the most fun playing, and the most desire to go back and continue playing.
Is
I
it
thought
really
for you
that
it'd be
good?
Tomb Raider.
No, Tomb Raider's good, but I finished it, and I don't have any desire to go back.
It is.
Is that good?
Yeah. Here's the thing. The Phantom Pain is a Metal Gear game, so its story is just nonsense.
Right.
But it's boistered by the fact that the stealth and the shooting and the traversal are
It's
the
gameplay.
most polished of
Okay.
any
The
game.
mechanics are great.
The
mechanics.
gameplay is second to none.
The story's awful. The mechanics.
No,
are
I'm not going to
best.
say awful. I'm just going to say it's a Metal Gear story.
Yeah.
And there are people who love Metal Gear stories, and there are people who cannot stand them. And I find this Metal Gear story to be the most palatable.
Okay.
Like it's the most straightforward until the end when it gets Metal Gear-y.
Okay.
But it's the most straightforward. It's the best playing game. It feels so good to play.
I think that's just funny how that's a thing. It's like we can describe a game like story elements. Oh, it's Metal Gear-y.
Yeah, well,
The thing, I mean, but that's not entirely.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No, not that.
Yeah.
It's just it's not uncommon.
No.
Think about. I could just say, hey, that's game. It's a Metroidvania.
Right.
You instantly know.
Yeah.
Exactly what it's like.
It's you describe a game that's got a weird story. Oh, it's Metal Gear-y.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's not weird. It's nonsense. It's utter nonsense. But it's great. And I pumped in 40 hours in that game before even realizing that I had pumped in 40 hours in the game. I was legit shocked when I looked at my stats and saw how often I had played it.
Dude, that's another thing we should talk about. How many hours, like the longest hours you've put in a game.
Oh god.
Destiny.
It's probably World of Warcraft for me.
Yeah. That was some dark times.
I would say the same thing with World of Warcraft.
Or
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I mean, it might be Pokemon for you because you've caught them all.
Yeah.
But
Oblivion. I've probably had over like
Nah.
500 hours in Oblivion.
no,
I don't even know why that's a. Why are you?
I think I've got like 25.
I think I had 5 before I was like, deleted.
Wow.
I don't know.
No, I beat Oblivion.
Yeah.
Skyrim,
Diablo 1 might be the record holder, but there's no way to tell. It might be. I think it's
for
World of
you it's
Warcraft.
Metal Gear.
Yeah.
For Scott it's Overwatch.
Yeah.
For you it's Witcher. Because for me it's also Witcher.
Oh, I thought it was Unfortunate.
I thought it was going to start as well.
Oh no, Uncharted is such a close second, but Witcher 3 is so engrossing.
What?
You're a monster.
Snap.
Okay. Biggest disappointment this generation. That's a
Ooh,
good question for
that-
the audience.
That's a good question.
Okay.
I don't know.
You guys need some time to think about it?
a little bit.
I don't know.
Is it No Man's Sky?
I know that's what the hot button answer is for
That's the
everyone.
first jump because it ultimately is a disappointment because it's not what we were promised. But I think it's also a little of column A and a lot of column B as to why it's a disappointment.
No, I think for me the biggest disappointment this generation was Evolve.
Oh.
Actually, I thought with Evolve.
Evolve was supposed to be the next gen Left 4 Dead
Yeah.
4-on-1, and
Monster.
it came out and immediately fell flat and was immediately forgotten. It had to go free to play to even build
Do
up
you
a
know?
fan base
Do you know
again.
why it failed though?
Because no one played it. Because of
No,
its
no.
micro DLC and microtransactions.
Well, that too, but mostly because a lot of people just didn't want to communicate to other people, so you have to communicate with other people
Yeah,
to
if
play that
if
game.
you're not playing with friends, it's going to
So-
fall apart.
Yeah, even playing with like one extra person that you know and talking to, it still sucks because those two other people are just running around not tracking a monster correctly.
I'm gonna say Call of Duty games. The 2 Call of Duties that came out have been very disappointing.
Ghosts?
Not Ghosts. The Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3.
Okay.
They've both been pretty. Treyarch and Infinity Ward they've both put out 2 disappointing. Well, each a disappointing.
I don't know. I heard Black Ops 3 is
Advanced
fun.
Warfare with Sledgehammer.
Yeah,
Oh, Sledgehammer.
That was their first brand new one. Oh, that's because I loved Watch Dogs. Not a disappointment at all to me. I platinumed that
I
game.
agree. I enjoyed watching.
I could lean to Watch Dogs.
I enjoyed
I'm not
Watch
sure yet. I'm
Dogs.
still thinking about
I
it.
could
And
lean to
it's-
that as well.
It's one of those things where, like, it was hampered by the fact that it was on the last generation, also. So it was made for the previous generation. The way Destiny, that's a lot of people have been talking about. It's like we see actually what the possibility of the new consoles, like what it's on now, because they don't have to worry about the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360. So the game looks sharper and better, it plays a lot better. So, Watch Dogs 2 is going to be much, much better.
I'm expecting Watch Dogs 2 to be excellent.
Because the thing is, like, the comparison to Assassin's Creed is so easy.
Yeah,
Because the biggest complaint against Watch Dogs is the repetitiveness of the missions,
yeah.
which was the biggest gripe against Assassin's Creed. And then Assassin's Creed 2 came out and blew everyone away. Watch Dogs 2, from everything I've seen and heard about it, is Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
And much like Destiny 2, I think when you have a game not hampered by last generation consoles, you're going to see a difference in quality.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Chris, I would have thought you would have said Arkham Knight. I thought you ended up not.
No, I ended up liking Arkham Knight by the very end. My only issue with Arkham Knight was the vehicle, the Batmobile.
Yeah.
But aside from that, like, it's an Arkham game, and the Arkham rules apply. An Arkham game is still pretty good, regardless of how it ultimately shakes out. My issue is pretty minor, honestly. I'm thinking Watch Dogs might be it, because I was terribly disappointed with Watch Dogs. Actually, I was disappointed by Far Cry Primal more.
Yeah.
I was very bummed about
Chris
Far
was
Cry Primal.
Chris was very disappointed that Far Cry Primal, the game that takes place in caveman time, did not have shotguns or
No. You're saying that to be a jerk.
I know. But that is what you said. and
It's
was
one of the things
hilarious.
it's an example of what I said, because the main issue with Watch Dog with Far Cry Primal is that there's no good close quarter combat, and when you have charging animals and charging dudes, and you're stuck just chucking a spear at them, it sucks. Because they take like 5 spears.
Well, they should have built the game around close quarter combat.
Like a club.
Yeah.
It's always with you.
Well, no, you have a club. Club sucks too.
Yeah.
So
At least made it more viable.
Just throw a beehive at him.
yeah, apparently that's the go-to strategy. But I'm not interested in throwing beehives at people for 5 hours.
That's fair.
8 hours.
Okay.
12 hours.
So yours is Far Cry Primal.
Let's Far Cry Primal and Watch Dogs. Let's tie it.
Doug's is Watch Dogs. Scott.
I'm trying to think.
Elder Scrolls Online.
No, I actually like those.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online is pretty solid.
God of War Remastered.
That doesn't
same
count.
game.
Goat Simulator.
Oh, what?
Farming Simulator.
Madden NFL 16.
Madden's done. Like,
Saw you playing Madden the other day.
yeah, I got it for free. So
Good job.
whatever.
Doing good?
Eh,
You like it? You like the footballs?
it's. I mean, I like football. Madden's just Madden.
Are you doing those packs? Those pack openings?
I never opened any packs.
My favorite
I don't know what you're
glitch
talking
of Madden was someone posted a video of they kicked a field goal attempt and it didn't make it and landed in the hands of the player in the end zone, and it was like touchdown and gave the other team 7 points.
Yes. So why not Destiny?
I was thinking Destiny, but I enjoyed it, but I was disappointed in the lack of story and how much money you have to put into it to get an actual story.
Battlefront 3.
Battlefield Hardline is probably terrible too.
Which is like $3 right now on PlayStation Network.
It's true. It's on sale. It's on super sale.
That's why I got Battlefield 4. Same thing.
Flash sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
might as well just get Battlefield 4 because Hardline is just garbage.
You know we didn't talk about
What?
The Division.
Ooh.
We shall not discuss The Division.
Wow.
See, because here's
I'm
the
just
thing.
going through a list
I
of
feel
games.
like Division, much like Destiny, once its expansions come out and they have time to beef up the game and add stuff, will be a better game. But unfortunately, unlike Destiny,
The players are awful in The Division.
well, also Destiny came out way before other competition for its generation
Yeah.
popped up. So when Destiny came out, there was nothing to compete against it. So even though it was very repetitive and kind of bare bones at the start, people, there was nothing else drawing people
Well,
away.
they also
Right.
still had the Crucible for Destiny,
Right.
which kept people
And
just
people
playing.
and Bungie has always done a great job with their PvP.
Yeah.
But just like World of Warcraft is unrecognizable from its original state when it first launched,
Oh, it looks completely
Destiny
different now.
looks nothing and plays nothing like it first did.
Oh, it has,
And
no.
this is a great way to excuse to parlay into our next topic is that Destiny 2 leaked. A shit ton of information on Destiny 2 leaked today.
I did not check
What
this out.
happened? Oh, yeah,
Because I was at work
well,
all
first
day.
of all, it's
There
coming to
was-
PC.
There was your character will not transfer.
They have not confirmed that yet, but they said based on all the
Rumor.
changes they want, don't
expect.
take it as a given that your character will transfer. Now they might do a thing like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is doing, where your character will transfer. You just won't play as that character. That character will show up in cutscenes and you can interact with the original.
That's kind of cool.
So here's what I got the highlights right here. So first off, Destiny 2 is coming to PC, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's silly to exclude a massive fan base, but they'll just have to accept that there won't be mods or anything like that,
Yeah.
and whatever. No last-gen games is officially moving on from PS3 and 360.
They did that with Rise of Iron.
Yeah, and here's what they said, which I think if you take what they say into account, I think it really shows where they're going with this. They liken the shift from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 to be that of Diablo 1 to Diablo 2.
Big change.
Wow.
That's what they're internally comparing it to.
That's a ballsy change
That's
if they can
exciting.
pull it off.
They said they want the game to feel entirely new, and the big thing is going to be what they call dynamic worlds, where you're going to have, instead of a hub, they said they wanted to get rid of the gateway of menus and loadings, where you go somewhere, go into a queue, and then something loads up. It's going to be organic. So you're going to go into these planets, you're going to have outposts and cities like an MMO or an open world game. You'll interact and get quests and stuff, and then go out into the world instead of now I pick Venus.
So you're on Earth, or
Right.
on whatever, I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, okay.
And then you have to get on your ship and then go down to Earth and stuff.
Yes.
Even though
One of
you're
the
already
things
on
that's
Earth.
mentioned is that regions would be more fleshed out with towns and outposts mixed directly in with the play spaces. There's explanations on the reasoning for why they might be leaving characters behind. This game is looking to be huge. They are calling it their biggest game they've ever worked on, and with a change, and also new races and factions are planned. And they'll also be expanding story-wise and lore-wise all of the existing people that are just kind of there, but you don't really know anything about
Right.
them. The example they used was the Scions for the Cabal.
Oh,
All
okay.
these people are going to get they looked at Diablo and then they looked at Blizzard and how they did WoW and
I wonder
how
if you can
all
play
these
some
things got
WoW.
fleshed out. Actually, they have not. They were very coy about whether or not new classes would be announced.
I'm really hoping
Oh, there'd definitely be new classes.
yeah, I'm really hoping new classes and a choice to play as the Fallen.
Yes.
Because the way this
The Queen's Fallen.
yeah, because the way the story seems like the Hive, the Vex, and the Cabal seem like they're there just to fight. But the Fallen seems like they're kind of torn on. It's like, whose side do we want to be on?
So you want to know what's really interesting?
What's that?
None of these were officially announced, by the way. These were all leaks. an insider got all this information,
Oh.
but then was corroborated by other sources. So it's pretty much, these are the leaks from the same person that leaked the original Destiny stuff, and all these things always end up coming true.
Yeah.
So, but he said, shoot, where was I going with that?
What did he say?
What did this person say?
What did the guy say?
What did the person say?
Matt, what did the guy say?
I blanked on what I was going to say.
Matt, what did the guy say?
Matt,
You
what
know-
did the person say?
Chris,
What?
you're...
I'm trying to jog
right.
my memory.
So the
There it is.
Rise of Iron was supposed to come out earlier this year. It was supposed to be like in February.
Oh, okay.
But issues with the amount of content and last generation consoles caused it to be pushed back. But it ended up being good because they're treating that as their fall stopgap in content. Because now nothing else will be coming to Destiny. The next thing we see from Destiny will be Destiny 2.
Okay.
So Rise of Iron is the last hurrah for Destiny until we see Destiny 2.
So I guess we're not going to be getting any big updates like the.
Well, they might be doing updates and stuff like
Yeah,
they just rolled
but
out
not-
the raid,
right.
but you're not going to be getting new expansion.
That's cool.
You'll get new content, but not new expansion.
Okay.
So yeah, Destiny 2 is a big drop of news that happened. Speaking of big news that dropped, Rocksteady has announced they are officially done with Batman for realsies this time.
Because they said that after.
They did. They are now
City.
officially working on a new game, and they're calling it their dream project.
Ooh.
We don't know what.
It's a Superman game.
It's not going to be a Superman
It's
game.
a Superman.
Superman game is no one's dream project.
Yeah.
Superman game, you know, oh god,
Wait,
how
was
great
it
would
Superman
be?
or Ninja Turtles that they said they really wanted to do?
They said that they wanted to do a Superman or have a game with Superman in it, but this is the way the story broke. It sounds
Batman
like
versus the Ninja Turtles.
Raphael, this is where my parents were.
Whoa.
it definitely made it sound like this is a brand new IP, like their own creation.
Okay. That's cool.
I guess.
Ubisoft teased out something
What's that?
that I'm putting staunchly. I'm pulling a Chris in that I will believe it when I see it.
Good man.
A new piece of concept art floated about by the creator of the game reignited the rumors and news that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is almost out.
Nope.
No.
Nah.
However, I think the timing works out because the rumor was that Nintendo bought Beyond Good and Evil 2 out as an exclusive, much like they did Bayonetta 2 with the Wii U. And with us so close to the NX reveal,
I don't like this.
I find it very
I
strange
don't like this.
that the creator of Beyond Good and Evil 2 just released a new concept art of Baby Peach with Jade's father.
Yeah.
That's what I say to that.
Yeah.
Did you not? Did you actually play Beyond Good and
No.
Evil? Okay.
But here's the
Once
thing.
again.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
This is entering into Shenmue territory.
Shenmue's happening.
Okay.
I don't know. This is more like the Final Fantasy VII.
This is entering into that territory of, hey, I swear you guys really working on this. And then he leaks a DV, and I was like, coming to the NX. Can't wait.
I'm just saying, the timing seems interesting.
Sure.
I don't know. If it comes out on the NX, I'm gonna be really just like whatever. That's
That's what happens.
whatever. Yeah.
You know, Josh, you need to stop hating on games that pop up on other systems.
I'm a big fan of that
Right.
game. I really am.
But
But
just think, you'll be able to come play it over here.
all right,
It's fine.
I'll do that.
Alright. So, Scott, have you played Forza Horizon 3?
No,
I kind of want to download the demo.
I don't like racing games.
Me either.
So no.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we brought
I
this
mean,
up.
I got it for free, but I gave it away.
Can I have?
But
Oh,
not to me?
No,
Bruh,
I would have.
Forza.
why do you hate us? Why don't you ever think of us?
because I have to think of my coworkers first.
No, you
Fuck
don't.
'em.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, your coworkers are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Not the one I gave it to.
They'd
Okay.
sell you out for a nickel.
Yeah, they would.
They pretty much probably would.
Yeah.
Well, except for the one I gave it to. She would.
Okay.
Oh!
They would.
There it is.
The plot thickens.
They would
There's
destroy
another
you
girl
and
that
everyone you
works
cared
there.
about.
What if there are girls who work at the place?
Yeah, that's how you get the most reserves.
Actually, I do. I guess it's
Wow.
not saying much.
So yeah, Forza Horizon 3 is knee-deep in the microtransactions, but also it is officially the Horizon series, not the Motorsport series, but the Horizon ones, which play more like a Burnout game than a regular racing sim.
Yeah. More
have
open world.
officially replaced Gran Turismo as the most well-reviewed racing franchise.
Good for them.
So,
And
Well, Gran Turismo would be if they came out with a game.
right?
yeah, Forza.
Yeah.
Forza.
It's a great way
It's
to
in
pad out the
Australia.
games.
Yeah.
Takes place in Australia.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
With 4
I looked
players. All I know is Microsoft emailed me a code.
Oh, no.
Really?
No, you won't.
No, you don't. But good try, buddy. What was I saying? Microsoft sent me an email saying, "Thank you for your loyalty. Here's a code to download a Halo Warthog into Forza Horizon 3." I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Never gonna use it.
No.
It's not.
It's kind of like the Warthog in Rocket League.
right. Just fun. Rocket League is blowing up in ways no one ever thought.
Nope.
Yeah, Doug got it.
Yeah.
So finally, in terms of gaming news, before we talk about some comics, who's ever heard of Palmer Luckey?
Yes, he's the man who developed the Oculus Rift and is
He
wasting
is.
money on cartoon frog things.
Oh, isn't he also like a crazy person?
Yes.
So the
All rich
creator,
people are crazy.
the creator of Oculus Rift found himself in some hot water when it was discovered that he was the secret financial backer for an alt-right hate group online.
That's it, yeah.
Dedicated to creating shitpost memes attacking Hillary Clinton and feminists. And he apparently is a big supporter of Gamergate. And this all came out, and he gave the most non-apology ever. And Oculus immediately started seeing a drop in developer support.
Yeah, I guess so.
So far, like 8 games have been canceled on the Oculus and moved to the Vive.
Here's my question. Wasn't the
What's that
Oculus
side for?
Just
wasn't
people.
wasn't the Oculus already sold?
Stupid.
Yeah, to Facebook.
So it doesn't really matter.
But he's still a face of. He's still a CEO, not a CEO, but he's still a major part of it.
Okay.
He's involved,
Okay.
and unfortunately, when you're going out tagging yourself as Oculus, and then you are a member of horrible press, Facebook has to make a statement too. And the irony is, today a news article came out that Palmer had spearheaded a diversity program to bring in like LGBTQ developers and stuff to the Oculus, and now they all feel, a lot of them came out and canceled their game saying they felt lied to about the intentions. So there we go. It's a whole shit show, and Oculus is losing games to its competition over it. Like a good chunk. Like even Insomniac, who's already released 4 games for the Oculus Rift, is like, yeah, we do not support this at all.
No,
Yeah, this is not our
it's
jam.
like, especially like the whole Gamergate thing. Like forget anything political with this.
Right, but you're
Just
associated with
Gamergate,
hate
which is part of like what you sell games. Like you sell games, dude. Why? Like women play games.
Right. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legitimately like almost like 50-50 for certain age groups for women to men.
Mm-hmm. And some it's higher, but they act like it's not.
No, some's higher. Like I can't remember the age group, but women are 60% and men are less.
It's
And
crazy.
it's also like, why wouldn't you at least just try to get as many people to care about your thing as possible, as opposed to, nah,
Oh, it's been noted, Doug. Don't worry.
nah, fuck them.
Right?
I'm gonna cut our thing down in half because I'm a monster.
I'm still surprised Gamergate's a thing still.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's so minute now compared to, because no one's giving it nearly the press that it used to.
Because it's all kid trolls.
I'm pretty
that
sure it's
want
like
attention.
the same, like 8 people.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
Like the other person that made the comments, he's probably part of Gamergate.
Or just a classic troll.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Because it's the internet. It's full of the worst people.
it
Yes,
is.
even us,
We are the worst, factually,
especially Scott.
especially Scott. So let's talk comics
can you
before
do?
we end on our final discussion topic.
Yeah.
Actually, you want to do comics, or should I ask the next question?
Yeah, do the discussion.
Well, this is something we forgot to do earlier. Scott, what have you been playing this week?
Battlefield and Madden.
Madden.
I'm kind of ashamed I've been playing Madden.
You play it every year, though.
I do.
Every year.
I get an itch to
Yeah.
play football because I like.
You know
football
what? There's
so
literally
much.
nothing wrong with liking Madden. Don't let people shame you into not enjoying
Don't
Madden.
let the man
And the thing
shame
that
you.
sucks, like when I was playing Madden, it was like Okay.
It's okay to enjoy Disney movies.
No,
Of course
I
it is,
love
because Disney is amazing.
I'm not ashamed that I watched Princess and the Frog by myself.
Can't wait to go see Moana.
Yeah. But I started playing it after the horrible Monday night game.
Did you fix?
What are
Did
you
you try to
talking
fix
about?
history?
Do you mean
Yeah,
the game
that's what I wanted. I was like, this is what really would happen.
Do you know? You're talking about the game that I think.
Hey!
So, by the way, I have terrible news for you, Jeremy.
Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3 DLC has been canceled.
It definitely has not been canceled.
It got canceled.
I'll kill Miyazaki. I'll fly to Japan and I'll kill that man.
Wow.
You better give me my Dark Souls.
No, wait. So, you know what I don't get though?
What?
Is them releasing it the same day as Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Doesn't that overlap in the
Japan.
the Venn diagram?
Not for me. So
No.
fuck that game.
No, it's more just from the same company
Excuse
releasing
me.
two things back.
Bandai
to
Namco.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
but no.
From a marketing standpoint, kind of weird. But
Although I will say we'll never see the enemy again. October 25th, and it's gonna be like, well,
all I'm waiting on.
yeah. I love how we went from you not wanting to play the franchise at all because you thought it was stupid,
Yeah,
to
Demon's Souls
now
would
you
make
don't play other games ever.
You know what it's
I
gonna
try.
be? You know that scene in every zombie movie where they go to the house and they're like going through looking for supplies and they find the desiccated corpse?
Yeah.
That's just BME holding onto his controller. Just cobwebs everywhere, like a big roach crawls out of his eyes. And he's just
How many hours have you put in the
Dark
series?
Souls 3?
No, the series.
In the series.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's approaching over 600.
No, Bloodborne by itself is 500 to 600.
Wow.
That's just Bloodborne. That's not counting Dark Souls 2 on the PS3 and Skylar the First Sin, which I also played that too.
Yeah,
And
Dark
Dark
Souls
Souls
3. And Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
So we're over 1,000,
Yep.
easily.
Yep.
It's amazing.
It's a lot of time.
Wow.
that's like 20
good.
days, BME. 20 full days of your life.
I think the worst thing WoW ever did was allow you to track how much time you've spent.
That
in
is the
game.
worst thing.
That
Why
is-
would you put that in the game? Because everyone's like, I don't need to know that. Slash time.
128 days.
Slash time.
Slash time. Fuck me.
Oh,
now I
that was
gotta,
like when for EverQuest, I was just like slash time. Oh no.
now I gotta leave the house.
Half, he's got a point. Saints. All right,
Yeah.
Scott. As the football guy, do you think the Saints will win more than 5 games this season?
I hope.
And then I.
But Ness for Ness Caught Fire 33 follower on Twitch. She is a Falcons fan.
Oh yeah.
So we're no longer friends with her?
yes.
What?
No.
Okay.
So she
Oh, hey, you said you make Doug's dick bigger.
What?
for what? Oh no, that's because you're watching us. I have nothing to do with that. If it doesn't work, then you gotta consult your doctor. But anyway.
Okay.
So the Saints play the Falcons rematch. Is the last game this year, so I'm gonna have a bet with her, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. But I've been playing Madden because the Saints lost
I gotta tell you,
so bad.
I've been watching a Let's Player play Madden, and it actually has almost got me to like, Madden looks fun. Maybe I should get Madden. I'm getting sucked in that trap, and I'm fighting it.
You should fight
No,
it.
you know what? It's the same thing. What's up, Chris Stevenson? How you doing? I feel the same thing with NBA 2K or the MLB or
I don't
even
get that.
FIFA sometimes.
The same guy also does NBA 2K, and the story mode for 2K17 looks really, really good.
That's what kills me. Is like FIFA 2. These sports games are adding these comprehensive story modes.
Well, not Madden.
Give it time.
Only to no, Madden's not gonna do it.
Give it time.
Madden's not.
You can't
You don't think?
No, it's a 2K thing.
You know why? Because you can't. Where are you going to go to college? Where's your career going to start?
Wait, Robert D'Amico, what's Bloodborne? I feel like it's a game that I've obviously already played. Never, because I told you I would one day and then I didn't. It's fine.
Anyway,
No, I don't have that feel with NBA.
I get sucked into it, and I know, and I'm not getting it because I know I'm really bad at basketball and I don't understand it. So I don't buy it. But Madden, periodically, I'm like,
But here's the if you're gonna play a sports game, play it on the PlayStation.
yeah.
Because if you don't have it turned off, whatever anything good happens, even if you're the quarterback, you throw an interception, they run for a touchdown,
Yeah.
it records your
That
records
is
it.
amazing.
So it's like, why do I want to record?
I just want to watch a stream of you playing football and then losing. Not your Ness.
Yeah.
The Ninja Gaiden ones.
Yeah.
Confused me.
Josh, where did you play?
Josh.
Destiny. Rise of Iron.
Did you rise the iron?
I did rise.
Are you garbage at the game?
No,
Just
not
to let
really.
you know, that did happen Tuesday.
Nice.
I'm pretty solid at the game. The new Supremacy mode in Crucible is super fun.
Is this your iron rising?
Iron. What? Yeah,
Get it?
I get what you're.
It's
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, you
Stop.
Yeah.
No.
So it's. I really dig it. I like the Supremacy mode. It's like kill confirm, and it's just fun playing with the gang again.
I know what else you played this week.
What's that?
Video Ball!
Video Ball! Oh,
So,
that's madness.
The three of us played Video Ball 3-on-3 yesterday. That game is amazing and ridiculous, and I cannot wait to get together for my birthday or something and play 3-on-3 like in person.
But your birthday is coming up.
Saturday.
It's Saturday.
I think I'm gonna be busy.
It's hurtful.
I'm not gonna be busy that
I don't
night.
have friends.
I mean, my brother got married on his
Wow.
birthday.
I know. What a piece of crap.
I'm the one who said I'm not busy that night.
Alright,
All right.
true friend.
There you go.
I don't even know what day that is.
It's Saturday.
Saturday.
Literally just
He
said
said
Saturday.
Saturday.
It's 4 days from now.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we played Video Ball, and that was a ton of fun. Chris is awesome at the game somehow.
So awesome.
Because of all
He
those
does.
sports games he plays.
All the
all
sports
those
balls.
sports balls.
So here's the thing. I had fun playing Video Ball. I'm not buying Video Ball. And I probably never would buy Video Ball because there's too much going on. I get distracted and I end up looking at the wrong person.
Which always throws me off because the name is right there on the symbol.
Yeah, but like I don't catch it. Like I'm not looking at the names. I'm looking for my character. So inevitably I'm following you, and I'm like, man, I'm doing really great. And then I'm really in the corner shooting. And I'm like, well, all right.
Which the comparison to actual child Chris is amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the baseball, right? Like you're in the middle of the outfield, just doing absolutely
just
nothing.
standing in the outfield with your legs crossed, just waiting for something to
Your
happen.
parents yelling at you.
Well, they were just happy I was out of the house.
Oh.
But video ball is fun, but it's not for me. It's definitely a great party game though, if you can get the people together for it.
Video ball.
Video ball. I
know
guess
it.
I'll go.
Video Ball, I feel, is the kind of game that if you liked Rocket League, if you like that type of game, you'll enjoy Video Ball. It's just one of those really silly, fake sport games that's all about really quick matches, just very addictive.
Yeah.
Especially when Josh changes the point values of scores.
Oh, it was awesome.
Once we figured out we could manipulate how much certain things scored, the game took on a whole different level and was awesome.
There's a whole new level of tension.
Like if you score an own goal, you can set up the score so it's an automatic 10 points.
and then the game's over. So if you accidentally knock a ball into your own goal, that's
But
the game.
you can like instead of 1 point per goal, you can say like, well, if you shot it from across the map, it's 5 points.
Yeah, and you can have it set that there's 5 balls on the field at any time.
The level of
Super
customizability is really impressive for it, and it really adds some longevity to it.
Agreed. So what'd you play, Crizzle?
Well, I finished BioShock 1 twice.
Oh, you did both endings.
Well, yes, I did. I did both endings, and I had to go through and get all the tonics and all the. I'm actually going through and getting all the video voice diaries, and all the tonics and everything. I'm getting as many of the achievements as I can. So I went back and played through twice to get up to like 900 and something. I tried the challenge rooms. I didn't really care for the challenge rooms.
Remember, the only achievement I couldn't get in BioShock was beat the game on hardest difficulty and not die.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
I was like, nah,
I'm not even attempting it.
Nope.
But I had a lot of fun. I think BioShock 1 is still definitely one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time. I started BioShock 2 because I've got some time to kill before Mafia comes out. I'm having to reevaluate because I really liked BioShock 2 when it came out. I don't like it as much currently.
Interesting.
And I think I like the story fine. I like going back to Rapture because I think there's a lot of unused things that they stuffed into 2 that I think is really interesting. the best thing about Bioshock 1, to go off on a little tangent, is that they have a museum function where you go into a level of Rapture and you can walk around and it's all discarded art, concept art, and modeled enemies that they were thinking like.
Oh, so they copied Ratchet and Clank.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought that was really neat because like there was like hanging whale stuff. Like we wanted to put these in more of Rapture, but we ran out of time. Or like the original versions of the Little Sisters, which are just slug things.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, no one really cared about these, so we decided to change it. It's really neat. But Bioshock 2, I think the gameplay changes they made, like having to watch your Little Sisters and protect her as they gather, it's just not fun. I think it's more of a pain than it is anything. And I don't know. I'm still working through it.
Okay.
I'm about halfway through, more than halfway through. So.
Word.
I don't know. We'll see. I think Infinite's just gonna have to wait till next year. Yeah. By the time I finish it and get everything I want to get out of it, it'll be time for Mafia.
Yeah.
So.
And honestly, you don't really care much for Infinite anyway.
But I gotta do it because I gotta find out
if
my opinion is right from all those years ago.
That's fair. I played a lot of the video ball, but I also started up Headlander, and I've been playing that. And I feel like I'm nearing the end of Headlander. Game's a great Metroidvania with a 70s sci-fi vibe, a lot of humor, and just really tight mechanics. I'm enjoying it a lot. Right? No, Adult Swim games.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and Double Fine.
Yeah.
It's published by Adult Swim.
Right.
Yeah.
Double Fine. They had a great sense of humor.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, they better.
Who doesn't care for some member berries?
Because listen, I'm not a real big fan of Double Fine, so they should at least have humor in their games.
Yeah. I'm excited for their next game, Game Beasts.
Sure.
Come on, Chris. Don't be a hater.
No, I don't really care for Double Fine. So.
Don't be a hater.
I'll
be an appreciator.
I will be a hater. I will hate them till the ends of time.
Oh, so real quick thing, the PlayStation October games.
I'm getting there.
Oh, I'm just...
Okay.
I'm excited about the PlayStation October games.
But yeah, so let's see. What else did I play besides Headlander this week? Chris?
Nothing.
Anything?
Video ball.
Yeah, I beat Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. The game was awesome. I got super addicted to that for a hot second. I don't know why I didn't play it when it came out this January. I forget the reason, but I got back into it, and man, was that a good game. I don't care for where the Paper Mario franchise has gone, but the Mario and Luigi franchise is like a true RPG, like Super Mario RPG style.
Yeah. And
in this one, the two universes collide. And so all the Paper Mario people are in the regular Mushroom Kingdom world, and it causes some great gameplay mechanics and funny story moments. Really enjoyed it. Shockingly good. Good for you, Nintendo. But yeah, that's basically what we played. So let's talk comics before we end on our final discussion.
Okay.
Cool?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Chris.
Yes.
We got some Rebirth books still somehow.
Okay.
Batman Beyond Rebirth is here.
Yeah, it picks up where the final issue of the last Batman Beyond, with Terry McGinnis back in the Batman role. We're setting up the whole new status quo without a Bruce Wayne. More Joe. Okay.
You should just flip to a random page.
More Joe.
Damn tab.
Damn tab pots.
The usual kind of stuff you'd expect from a Batman Beyond book.
Thank you, Scott or Josh.
I'm probably not going to.
Smash Bros. Is one of the greatest.
I'm probably not going to continue on with it because it's fine and it didn't particularly wow me. I thought it was a perfectly chronological Batman Begins.
Yeah, I feel like it's really lost something since they got rid of the Timverse universe storylines.
It does feel like ever since they smashed it into the main DC universe, that it lost a little something.
Yeah.
It has to adhere to a main DC continuity
and a mentality and an aesthetic.
And then you couldn't get away with we already have the Joker and he's dead because Return of the Joker happened.
Yeah.
We have to find new villains. It's kind of
right.
I don't know. It's lost something. So I'm probably not going to continue.
That's fair. I'll let you know if it gets any better.
That's fine.
I've committed to one arc.
Okay.
However, we have a next Rebirth, which I think was a much more surprising one.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Rebirth.
I liked this a lot. This was a very simple, who's the team, what are they doing, get them together, big reveal of who's in charge of the team at the end.
Right.
It's very, very
So
by the
first you
numbers.
think we're getting introduced to the first villain.
Yeah.
Because the story is all about, first it's Beast Boy, then it's Starfire, then Raven, then Kid Flash. They all get taken down and kidnapped.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's going on? And then you just go to the last page, yeah. Go to the last page.
Don't show that page.
And then, so the whole story is
I don't
we're
like
getting introduced to the team, and we find out who's kidnapped them, and we find out it's Robin. It's Damian Wayne Robin, and it's him getting his own team together, because that's how Damian Wayne rolls. He doesn't ask you to join.
To be fair, you could have figured that out from the fact that he's on the cover.
And he was the only one not in the...
Yes.
Actually, that's not where I thought it was going. I thought it would end up that Damian would end up having to rescue them.
No.
That's where I thought it was going.
Nope. I thought it was a Damian gathering a team. No, I like this a lot. It's very by the numbers, but I like the make of this team, and I'm willing to kind of stick with it for a little bit. Kind of see where it goes.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I guess.
I didn't think it would be, but this was one of those ones that I thought we were going to read just because it was a rebirth book. But
That's why I'm kind of a sucker for the Teen Titans. I'm always wanting to give it at least a little bit of a shot. So, we'll see.
Well, speaking of, as D00 Nuts was talking, he was tired of Nerf soups and New 52 soups. But so this next book, Trinity, is actually a really cool character moment story of New 52 Batman and Wonder Woman interacting with classic original Superman, who has now replaced New 52 Superman, and his new son.
And his family, yeah.
Yeah, so original... Oh, and one of my favorite is because that panel right there, where it's original Superman reminiscing with Batman about how... Remember how much you cared about Robin when you dressed up in a rainbow suit? Referencing that original Detective Comic storyline. And New 52 Batman's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Shut up, that does not sound like me at all.
No,
It's
man, that's not me.
I guess you're not the same person.
Yeah, see, I don't remember that story, so that story doesn't make any sense. Because, there's no context. Remember when Robin had a broken arm and you wore a rainbow suit for no reason?
You know the only reason I know that? In those ridiculous, Batman's stupidest outfits thing?
Yeah.
Oh, Punisher Max is a good one. But yeah, and then Wonder Woman having that nice conversation with Lois Lane.
Yeah.
About how, my Superman died, I'm not going to try and hit on yours.
I'm not going after your boy.
Right.
Which, fair.
I really enjoyed this issue.
I did too. Francis Manifold did the art on it. I really appreciate that because.
And he wrote it.
Yeah, and he's not a bad writer.
He's not. I mean, we like this Flash too.
Yeah. So, good on them. I'm willing to keep on reading.
Now, I'd say it's going to sound strange, but the biggest release of this week was an Archie book.
Wow.
Joining Betty and Veronica, Jughead, and Archie. It's Josie and the Pussycats, #1.
Yeah. And it's interesting because we talked about the Archie books kind of all rebooting in these different ways and the different tones of the books. And I feel like Josie and the Pussycats is ripe for a reinvention for
Hey,
this.
Jacob Daly.
And it's kind of taking the classic, 60s swinging band with the movie that came out in about 2001 and it's kind of smashed them together and is reforming them as a group in this modern era.
Agreed.
I really enjoyed it a lot. I like Melody. Melody's kind of hard to talk about because she's so dumb.
But
She's so dumb.
The cat is amazing.
It's adorable.
Go look at the cat. You don't have to show it. I want to see your face.
Lord Cudington.
When she names the cat.
Yeah. She's so dumb, and it's very endearingly dumb, and I kind of really love it. So I'm very pleased at how good Josie was to start off with, and it's a nice change that we have this Josie and then Vampire Josie
and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Afterlife with Archie.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, this,
It's great.
But between this and I love the fact that they've already, because it takes place in the same Riverdale. Jughead popped up as a cameo.
I think
like,
that was
in the
original
background.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think it's really fun that they're going to pop up more.
It's weird how timeless these Archie characters are.
It's
that
so
they can
strange.
that they can be rebooted with very minimal effort, and it's still
Just
like,
update the art and the references so that it doesn't seem like it's straight from the 50s.
and it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's very
Like
weird.
Archie shouldn't work as well as it does.
Nope. The concept of Archie alone is strange. A weird ginger has the two hottest girls in school fighting over him. Wacky shenanigans abound.
He's very klutzy, and then his friends are all weird.
And his friend likes to eat.
Yeah.
That's Archie.
And it sounds like it sucks, but it's great. It's weird. I don't get it.
To the point where I cannot wait for the Riverdale show. It's going to be so good.
I'm really excited for that, and I'm so bummed that it's not on my DVR yet, so I can ask him to record it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
Well, let's talk the final book this week.
What?
The book that breaks the hearts the most, continuing our upsetting era of comics. We've got the new Saga, which opens the front page. This is the most Saga opening page ever. It's a bunch of... No, that's it. A bunch of zombie ghosts saying they're going to come for your taint.
Taints.
That's Saga.
That's Saga.
That's the most Saga thing you'll ever see.
I've been so off of Saga for a while.
This issue will break your heart.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know. We're not going to tell you.
It's weird about Saga because we had Deadly Class return, and we had Deadly Class return, and Deadly Class is so upsetting still.
We aren't talking about it just like in depth, but Deadly Class returned as kind of a year 2 scenario.
Yeah, with all new kids.
The original kids are now sophomores, and we have a new set of criminals and assassins.
Yes.
And it's god.
I have a lot of thoughts about Deadly Class. I want to save until we can talk about it another time. But Saga, man.
You said you didn't want to talk Deadly Class today.
Yeah, I just realized I had some stuff to talk about. But no, Saga, fucking rough.
So
Fucking rough.
It always toes the line perfectly between lighthearted humor and enough silliness, so that even though you know in the back of your mind you should be like clenching your sphincter.
Yeah.
The gut punch at the end of these issues. Just alright, we're not going to spoil anything for you that just started Saga. Just know you're in for one hell of a ride.
It's the one character you would absolutely not expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone from the beginning?
Yeah, roughly.
Just someone you wouldn't expect.
Yeah. We'll tell you after.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Saga's great.
Yep.
When is Saga not?
Rarely. And even then, it's good.
Yeah.
Not great.
Kind of like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, no, even the filler episodes were good.
Just good.
Oh, no. Some of the best episodes were the
What was
filler
that?
episodes
Oh,
of
yeah.
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy
Oh yeah.
Mushroom Mambo?
Worst episode.
Hate it.
Which one?
Hate it.
Mushroom?
Hate
The stupid one where
Really?
she gets high on mushrooms and it's just no point to
Oh,
it.
it is so...
Of course it's your favorite, and I guarantee you it's probably Doug's favorite, because you guys have proven time and time again you have awful taste.
My favorite is the one where I can't remember what it was, but he
Toys in the Attic?
No, he put like this food in.
Yeah,
the one
Toys
where
in the Attic.
The one
Okay.
where the weird
Yeah.
creature and
That
That one is also really good.
that is a
That
good
was the
filler.
best.
That's the best filler.
No, I thought the best filler was the creepy, giggly
Mad Perot.
Perot.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my favorite.
Oh, wow.
The
That's
one
with the clown.
the weird clown guy in the top hat who kicks
You
Spike's ass.
are just damaged.
That is the best
No,
episode.
it's not.
What about
Yes,
when
it is.
Spike is like going after someone, the teddy bear bomber?
Oh god, that one was so funny. The one where they couldn't originally air it because it was right after 9/11.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, that's it for
Good
comics. Let's talk about our final discussion topic and then roll out.
Oh, what about the PlayStation?
I usually do this at the end. Let's do it now.
Okay.
So last week we talked about the October Xbox One games, and this week we got our PlayStation Plus games. So who do you want first?
Xbox.
Ooh, question. Did we read Runaways when it first started?
No, we caught the trades.
Yeah, not when
trades.
it first started, but we read it when it was still going on.
Yeah.
We read it right when Joss Whedon picked it up.
Yeah. Way back when.
So, and we're very excited for the Hulu show that they just announced. Hulu and Marvel is making a Runaway show.
Yeah.
You think it would be on Netflix?
You think so, but I think Netflix are reserving for their more like R-rated, gritty shows.
Well, is the run rate?
I'd like to think it's going to be more lighthearted because it's kids.
Part of the universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's mutants and Inhumans in there.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have mutants in Marvel Cinematic.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess they're all Inhumans then.
Yeah. So just do the PlayStation 3 first.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 first? Okay. PlayStation 3 is a game called Mad Riders, which is an ATV like racing game. So, whatever. Definitely the weakest link.
Yeah.
Then you get the awesome indie game From Dust, which came out in the heyday of the PS3's Play.
Oh yeah, that's like the you like play God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vita is getting a double dose of visual novel style games. One called Actual Sunlight, which deals with depression and love and just a lot of really dark shit.
Oh, my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd like it.
Yeah.
And then the most weeaboo thing in the world, with the most Japanese thing in the world, the game's called Code::Realize Guardian of Rebirth, and is a dating visual novel where you gotta you're trying to date your not your waifu, but the other way around. You gotta get your man, your boy toy. So.
Oh, that sounds awful.
However, PlayStation 4 is where it really shines. You're getting Resident Evil HD Remake.
What?
And Platinum's Transformers Devastation.
That's a good one.
There's two solid games.
I really enjoy Transformers Devastation a lot. So
yeah, because they're about to do the price hike.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like, all right, look, sorry about the price hike. Check this out.
Yeah, I mean that's where everyone was saying, like, if you're gonna have a price hike, you need to make it worth it.
Now they are.
Yeah. An R-rated remake, it's very appropriate for October.
Exactly. I think those are very good. Should you sell your Vita because you're broke?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I say keep the Vita. Yes.
Sell it.
No, sell your Vita. Yes. I'm not calling anyone.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
No.
No, we're good. No,
Yeah.
we're not calling
You
him.
go to timeout.
But yeah,
Dropping
so
the Banhammer.
they say sell it. I enjoy my Vita, especially with PlayStation Plus. You get 2 games every month, and honestly, sometimes more because of cross-buy and cross-play. So, I mean, it's a really good thing on the go. If you travel, keep it, or if you just like handhelds.
Yeah, but it's a Vita, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, sell it.
I love the Vita. So those are the games of October, and we'll talk about our. Do you want
What
to
about
talk
the Xbox? The Xbox.
We talked about those last week.
Oh, okay.
Way to chime in and pay attention, Chris.
I'm so sorry.
So you want to do one more discussion? Or
Yeah.
you want to save it for next week?
No, do it.
Okay.
We got time.
So we're talking about butterfly effects in gaming,
Boom.
and feel free to join in.
No,
Wow, Chris, you're a jerk.
just do it.
No, I'm talking about them. If
Oh,
they-
them, yeah, sure.
Fucking ass. So if you could change anything, big or small, in the gaming industry, so an example could be you change that Sony and Nintendo never broke up and the Super Nintendo CD became a thing, and so, PlayStation might not have ever come about, at least how we know it. Or it could be something small like Microsoft never buys Rare, or something like that. And then what do you think would change throughout the history? So when I first heard of this topic, one of the answers was really cool. It was Oblivion's Horse Armor DLC
Yeah.
was a massive flop. That's what they would change, that one would suck and not sell at all, because that was the first instance of console DLC, and its crazy success led to just a Wild West
I still
stampede towards DLC.
don't get it.
No one
I
did.
still don't get the horse armor.
Horse Armor was like Trump.
It
No
has
one
to be.
gets it, but wildly successful.
I just don't get it. I never did. I never bought it, and I'm just like, it's horse armor.
No, but it's
like,
such a small change. Like, instead of it being a success, what if it had failed? How would DLC and microtransactions be like?
I think it
today?
would affect microtransactions. I don't think it would affect DLC.
Would it though? Because if no one's wanted to pay for little things, they probably wouldn't have paid for the bigger.
I think instead of DLC, we would have gotten standard expansion packs to games like we were getting before.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But still, Horse
People said that people would always be willing to pay for more content of their favorite games, but the Horse Armor microtransaction style was like a brand new thing.
Yeah.
So let's just go in a circle real quick. What about you, Scott?
Is it a circle jerk?
Yeah, your favorite.
Man. Chris,
We're talking in a circle, and Chris is a jerk.
Get over here.
Nah.
Easy. I'm gonna go with if Activision wasn't a dick to the people that started the whole Infinity War, where Call of Duty would be.
Yeah.
Because they pretty much made Call of Duty what it is, the name itself. That was weird. Alright.
Okay.
So they made the name, like they brought the name Call of Duty to everyone with the whole Modern Warfare series, or Modern Warfare 1 and 2. They kind of did 3 and then they left and then they got Sledgehammer to finish it up.
True.
So, because 3 wasn't really as good, but that was the only Call of Duty with a good story and nothing else. Ghost was kind of a good story. Was the closest, but everything else is just garbage.
I feel like Ghost
story.
is the stepchild of the entire.
Well, that was
series.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
So, but Ghost was the last good multiplayer because they didn't have all these jetpacks and running around. Let's be like Titanfall. They wouldn't like that. So,
Doug just said a good one. That the crash of '83 never happened, and so Atari never would have like gone out. Nintendo wouldn't have been the savior.
yeah.
But another thing is, a big part of that change was when Nintendo came back, they labeled video games as games to be sold in toy stores instead of electronic stores.
Yeah, it's labeled.
And because of that, they had to choose an aisle to be part of, boys or girls. And Nintendo chose to be in the boys aisle. So that's when the whole concept of games are for little boys, like preteen things, and not for adults. But if the crash never happened, then they still would have been sold as an electronic. There wouldn't have been a gender or age stigma to video games. And it would, like, you could have grown up playing games and not have that be an issue.
It's amazing what marketing can do.
It still could have been that way, even if that didn't happen. But stronger possibility of it not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he thinks, that it's a hybrid between Halo and Titanfall now.
That's exactly.
What about you, Josh? What
I
would you
don't like
change?
it.
I would say GTA 3 a complete failure.
Ooh.
Instead of it being a success, it changes the whole dynamic of the industry.
It does.
The whole
Grand Theft Auto 3 is a huge...
very huge success, and it opened up the door for the sandbox game. So if that wasn't a success, the sandbox game would have never been, probably come to a little bit later, but you wouldn't have it as well developed and well refined as it is today. And me saying that, going to one of my favorite games, The Witcher 3 probably would have never happened. Without GTA 3, The Witcher probably would have never happened.
That's like, yeah, no, you're right. Grand Theft Auto 3, after the success of that, everyone raced to be like Grand Theft Auto 3.
Right.
I've got one that I think, what do you think of this, Chris? Nintendo 64? CD-based instead of cartridge-based.
Ooh.
That changes a lot of things.
That changes a lot.
They wouldn't have lost Square Enix. Final Fantasy VII would have been an N64 title like it was originally supposed to be. And Metal Gear would have remained a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
The lack of CD caused a lot of people to migrate to PlayStation. If Nintendo had stuck with CDs rather than proprietary cartridges,
I got another one too.
a lot would have changed. I think Nintendo would have remained a dominant force. I think PlayStation wouldn't have existed as we know it. It probably would have gone the... I think if Nintendo had kept all their exclusives that jumped ship to Sony, then when Sega came out with the Dreamcast, that would have been it for Sony.
Interesting.
Another flip to that is that I don't think Xbox would have entered the ring.
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation's massive success was on the back of all their M-rated and adult games that brought in a lot of older kids playing, which allowed Microsoft to be like, this is something we want to get into. But if Nintendo had remained the dominant force, I don't think that would have happened. So you said you had another one, Scott?
Yeah, I was just thinking of that one. what if EA didn't buy the rights to the NFL?
Ooh,
use
yeah,
the
so
NFL.
2K could have still...
2K would have took over and buried Madden.
Oh yeah.
Like they buried NBA Live.
True. I remember that one year where they sold NBA 2K5 for $20.
That was its starting price.
Yeah.
$20.
That's
That
what I'm
was-
saying. Like, they
yeah.
launched at 20.
That was a steal to how
And it
good
was
it
the
was.
better game.
Yeah.
So that was their way to steal all that market share.
Because okay, me and my brother's birthday's in August, and Madden always comes out around that time. So someone gave us like a $40 gift card, and to GameStop, and we were like, well, let's get Madden. And we're like, all right. And that's when games I think were $39.99 or $49.99. Can't remember. Anyway, so we were like, we'll just get 2K5 because $20. Got that instead because of that reason, and it was just a better game, so we just got 2K for whatever reason.
To go on what Doug said, Sega CD and 32X were successful. I'll go one further and say the Sega Saturn would be launched when it was originally supposed to be launched. If they didn't do that bullshit at E3, guess what? It's available today. And retailers didn't know about it. No games were out yet. Consumers were confused.
Yeah.
If they had just released it as normal and done a normal hype cycle,
Or kept it quiet and still shipped them out like a week before.
like just some like
So to have the people
They're-
that sell it in the know.
their entire failure was because they
Marketing.
it was crazy. Yeah, because then
Oh,
the
wait, the
Dream,
Dreamcast was the one with no marketing.
yeah, no, Dreamcast had a ton.
Yeah. 999.
$9.99.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Here's another one. Dreamcast also would have had a DVD player.
Yeah.
If the Dreamcast had a DVD player, then a lot of what caused the PS2 to catch fire so fast was
DVD
because
player.
it was the easiest and cheapest way to get a DVD player at a time when DVD players were like $500.
Well, that's the same thing with the PS3. With
Oh, yeah.
Blu-ray. It's cheap as Blu-ray.
Exactly. That's how Sony always would like Trojan horse.
And that's why it makes sense streaming 4K for the. Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
I think the biggest change I would make would be Halo never became Xbox exclusive and stayed in its
Mac.
original format. We would never the rise of Xbox Live would have been way delayed.
Do you honestly think Xbox would have survived if it didn't have Halo?
No.
No,
not at all.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
No, and without that, there would be no Xbox Live because there would be no one playing any
Sure,
kind of
and
shooters.
online-
I mean, you would have the enthusiast playing Call of Duty, but that's really about it.
But would you even have Call of Duty on consoles?
I mean, Call of Duty. What's the first Call of Duty come out? Like '98.
Yeah, on PC.
On PC.
The
Yeah.
first one was Call of Duty 2 on 360.
Yeah. So probably not. They probably would not have any kind of impetus to make a console shooter with online capability.
Also, I mean, Halo really popularized first-person shooters on console to begin with. Like, GoldenEye was like that great party game,
Yeah.
but its follow Perfect Dark didn't set the world on fire.
No.
It wasn't
yeah.
until Halo that first-person shooters became a staple of the console industry.
Once they realized people would haul their Xboxes to people's houses to LAN up,
Which
Then-
happened.
then they got the idea that we could pay people to do this online
Yep.
with Xbox Live, and that changed everything. Once Xbox Live became a thing, then Xbox Live is the progenitor
True.
of all the
Forgot
things.
about Finest Hour.
Is the progenitor of everything, of DLC, of microtransactions, everything.
Oh, speaking of Xbox and TV, what if we change the Xbox One reveal?
What if it didn't
Like
have the
everything about that,
DRM?
none of the DRM, like none of that stuff.
It is
yeah.
like it is. now.
And it's a reveal wouldn't have been about TV and multimedia,
Or
or would have been
Kinect.
about games.
It probably would have done really well.
It probably would be really popular.
I think
It would be a little more heated.
I don't think the PS4 would have had nearly the success.
No.
A lot of its success was from people jumping ship from Microsoft
That's
to
true.
PlayStation
Yeah.
because of those policies.
Yeah.
The fact that they're reversed now just goes to show how unpopular they were, but the damage was done. People had already bought into the PlayStation 4 ecosystem. A lot of the indies left Xbox to go make PlayStation games. Like the creators of Bastion and Braid left to make Witness and Transistor, stuff like that. I think the PlayStation 4 wouldn't have been nearly as big as it is now.
Oh yeah. I think it would be even.
Like, in America, I think Microsoft would still be winning.
I think in America it will be even.
No, I think if none of those, if none of that bad stuff had started, because coming off of the 360 success, they would still kill it in America. Sony would still win Europe and Asia, and that would make them like even worldwide instead of it being a loss in all three sectors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else got any interesting ones?
No.
We solved time.
We did.
What? There should be one.
Oh, I'm sure there's lots of other
Nintendo
ones.
doesn't unveil the Vitality Board, Wii Music,
Oh.
that weird thing that goes on your finger,
Virtual
Boy, and just Nintendo just has success forever.
What if like the Wii never? What if the Wii wasn't like all motion capture? Just let's just throw a game
if
out
the
on
Wii was a
the-
failure.
What if the Wii was a failure? We wouldn't have the Wii U.
No.
We probably would have.
Probably
Yes.
a system.
Do you think Nintendo would still be around if it was a massive flop?
Yes.
I wouldn't say would be a massive flop.
I think the strength of their handhelds is more than enough to keep them up and running. I just think they might be working on something truly cutting edge, as opposed to not at all.
Ooh, here's one. What if Pokemon
No.
went multi-platform? Like Nintendo never bought out a commanding stake in Game Freak.
And people will be a lot more snotty about Pokemon.
And what if Pokemon was console and not handheld?
Yo, cannot wait for Dragon Ball Fusion, son.
Did you see that Team 4-Star has been streaming fusions all night?
Mm-hmm.
All night. We should wrap this up.
All night.
All right, well, you know what? Let's wrap it up because we're almost at our time. So I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
I'm Josh.
We'll see you next week for more comics and games and discussions and whatnot. Feel free to send us an email at NOLAnerdcast@gmail.com if you want to ask us a question that you want answered.
Oh, and we should make that PlayStation group.
And we'll be making a NOLA Nerdcast PlayStation 4 group so you can join it.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I would
happening
too.
after this.
Like
We're making
Last
this
of
after
Us,
this.
Chris?
Huh?
Like Last of Us?
Yeah.
Never coming out.
Never.
Is
Yeah,
that what you said?
we're making this community
Last
after
Guardian.
this episode.
Last Guardian.
Oh, you said last.
Oh, well, I meant Last
I'm like-
Guardian. Chris knew what I meant.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Oh, Final Fantasy 15, son. Ah, good
Stop
times.
calling people son.
Son.
It's weird.
Ooh, what if the iPhone wasn't a runaway success? Like for games.
I don't know.
Yeah, we should wrap up.
What
All
if?
right. Yeah. So.
Let's get out of here.
It's hot.
Is it though?
Do
I'm
it.
sweating.
Are you?
Get us out of here.
Yeah, send us home, Scott.
We're out like
Witcher.
Skyrim.
You good? Okay.
Yeah, Skyrim vs. Witcher.
I know, I
Neither.
said Skyrim.
I say Witcher.
Neither.
We're out like a boner in sweatpants.
Hey.
Hey, have a good night, everyone. See you next week.
And that was my boner.
Later.
Bloop,
Blop.
bloop.